Hi and welcome to this reading. I'm picking up an energy of somebody who is a little hesitant to step out of their comfort zone. When I was doing the tidy up for yesterday's reading, I didn't realize that this card had slipped out of one of the decks and had fallen on the floor. So when I got up this morning, I noticed it just sitting there staring at me. And that might be a message for you. You may be getting repeating messages because I've had some songs coming through that align with this particular card and some videos that are coming through just on social media, not things that I'm going searching for, but that also align with this. So you may be getting, and the thump on the roof, somebody is trying to get a message to you, and maybe that's why you stumbled across this reading, or maybe why you have been drawn to watching this reading. This card is the North Node. The North Node is your point of destiny. North Node in the 6th house. Now the 6th house is Virgo. If your North Node is in the 6th house, get ready for a roller coaster of blurred lines and dreamy visions fueled by your empathy superpowers. But fear not, it's time to level up your vibe control and become the VIP of your own life. Now, the interesting thing is, as I said, the North Node is your point of destiny. Your North Node doesn't have to be in the 6th house, but this card has come out because there is a section of people in the collective energy at the moment that are almost pushing back or turning away from or closing their eyes to the divine messages that they are being given by their angels, their ancestors, their guides, through in and around songs and, like I said, videos that are popping up randomly, things that you don't search for, cards, a page of a book that's been opened, a phrase in a sentence as you walk past a TV, a component of a conversation that you overhear. These repeating messages that are all ushering you to step out of your comfort zone. Why is that interesting? Because the North Node currently is in Pisces. The North Node sits in a sign for 18 months. It'll be in Pisces until the middle of next year. But there is a North Node where you are headed, and there is a South Node what you are releasing. The South Node is in Virgo. Virgo is the 6th house. So somebody who has Virgo in their chart, now you don't have to have Virgo in your chart, but somebody who has Virgo in their chart, it's an earth sign. It is very structured, ordered. This is the system that I follow. I like to keep things ordered and maintained. I like to make plans, make a list. You might have Virgo in your chart, not necessarily in your big 3 or in your North or South Node, but there may be a placement in Virgo in your chart that is holding you back, because this is about leveling up and becoming the VIP of your own life. Almost, I know better. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, even though I'm being spiritually guided, which is Pisces, where the North Node currently is, even though I'm being spiritually guided to step out of my comfort zone. So Pisces is dreamy. I can sense it, but I can't see it in the physical. Virgo is physical. Pisces is spiritual. Now, the song that I got was Tom Petty's Free Falling. This is a point in your spiritual journey where you have to, what's the word, trustful. Trust in the unknown. Trust in the guidance that you have been getting. North Node in the 6th house. The other videos that are popping up at the moment, and I'm not searching for this because, but I keep getting videos of people at the point where they're taking that leap off when they do a bungee jump, or leaping out of the plane when they do a skydive. It's that trustful energy. I don't know the outcome. I just have got this hunch that I need to do it, no matter how scary it is. And that fear that it brings, fear actually brings change. So let me get some cards. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. A bit about me first. I am an intuitive reader. Look at that. Be confident. Trustful energy. Be confident. Don't stick to what you know. Divine timing, it was all part of the plan. So whatever's happening at the moment, whatever messages that you are receiving them because they're part of the internal guidance that you are getting from your guides, your angels, your ancestors to say trust, master, and frustration. I don't want to jump. So as I was saying, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. A bit about me first. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I pick up on energy prior to a reading. I will then come and use my tarot and oracle decks to further clarify the message. All of my readings are timeless. Whenever you stumble across this reading, you are meant to find it. There's a message in here for you. If it resonates with you, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. All of the decks that I use on my channel are my own designs because I'm also an illustrator, part of my Trustful. And if you call to any of them, they are available for purchase and can be found in the links in the description box. Impenetrable energy. What I would say to you is, and I say it all the time, if you are on a spiritual journey, you are protected. You are guided, you are protected. Now that doesn't mean that nothing is going to go wrong, because there's always lessons to learn. But you are protected. The truth is being revealed. You are protected. And on the bottom, third party. You might be listening to yourself, but you also might be listening to other people who are telling you that maybe you've got somebody in your ear saying, you know what, you should just stick to what you know. Don't go over there. Don't go down that alley, even though you're being called to. Now, obviously, I'm not saying to you to do something that feels dangerous or illegal or anything like that. But it's about trusting your internal guidance, because it is the truth. Now, what I would say to you is I'm Catholic. I'm 50. All throughout my life, tarot was a bit taboo. And so I never really was called to it or anything like that. But over the last 7 years, as I've gone through one of my bigger spiritual awakenings, I started watching tarot on YouTube. And as I did, because I'm an illustrator, I just was drawing, was kind of doodling on pages. And those drawings turned into massive big artworks, which now grace the walls in my house, but then turned into tarot decks. I would never have said, even 5 years ago, I've only been on YouTube for 18 months, but if you had have asked me of 10 years ago, would you ever design a tarot deck, and now I've got 1 million of them, a tarot deck, and open up a YouTube channel doing tarot readings? My answer would have been nope, never. Almost like the blinders on. But the reality is that my connection with, my personal connection with God, my spirituality has actually developed since doing that. I am so much more in tune with who I am on a spiritual level and who I want to be as a person, from the viewpoint of how can I be a contributing member to humanity, because I took the blinders off. I stopped listening to, where was it, third party. I stopped listening to other people's thoughts. Don't let other people walk their muddy feet through your mind. And I connected with what I was being called to. You're being called to do something. Let's get an angel. What angel is walking with you? 39, heals the sick. That's the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is about heartbreak and pain. Be confident, divine timing. It was all part of the plan. Mastery, frustration, impenetrable. Okay, the truth is being revealed. Right. So what I'm sensing here, and this too is the North Node in the 6th house, which is Virgo. Virgo is about health. Virgo is about the body. Virgo is about Mother Mary. So something that you are meant to birth. Something that you are meant to birth because you've experienced the pain of it. There's a hidden gem in you. I want to say there's a hidden gem in you where you have the spiritual power to provide guidance and wisdom to other people who are going through what you have gone through. And I watched an interesting reading the other day, and it was talking about the nodes of the earth, these high energy points that are all around the earth. They connect all the ley lines. It's like Earth's grid lines, Earth's matrix. And it's been overshadowed by all the crap and bull of today's society, where we have lost touch with ourselves, where we have had to focus on the 3D, almost devil energy pulling us in. And through that, being pulled into that devil energy, that's where you get, yeah, that's so true. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. When you're pulled into that devil energy and you have something happen to you where you end up in the 3 of Swords, where you end up in heartbreak, it makes you want to control things. So if we go back to that Virgo card, it makes you want to control things. If I have all my ducks in a row, if I plan everything out, if I do things in a way so as not to find myself in that predicament as I did before, then I won't get hurt again. So it's almost like you box yourself in to keep yourself safe. But in doing that, you miss out on the divine guidance, which is saying it's time to set yourself free because the earth is waking up. And I just watched a video literally just before, popped up in my feed on Instagram, and it was of a young American guy who was commenting on, it's the 21st today, that's Mother Mary energy. 21st of October today. This guy was commenting on, he'd watched that video of a settler walking up, running up behind this woman, this elderly woman with a big steel bat, and he just clobbered her over the head. And what he was saying was, if that had happened in America, that guy would have faced the judicial system or a bit of poetic justice on the street if anybody had viewed that. But in certain areas of the world, people can do whatever they want and they get away with it. And so it puts us in this, well, gosh, I've got to keep doing things along the straight and narrow so something like that doesn't happen to me. This is about standing up energy. I'm going to stand up, take my people with me. And it keeps coming through in readings. If collectively there are more of us who have been hurt in circumstances than there are people who do the hurting, and if we collectively stand up, it's almost like we break the matrix. And like as I said to you, when I started watching tarot readings, I was getting these ding, 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 things. I had probably 3, 4, 5 readers that I would watch religiously. Everything. I was just devouring information, taking it all in. And oftentimes the messages across these readers who didn't know each other, they were from different continents, different countries, but they were all saying the same message because that was the cards, that was the energy that was coming out in the cards at the time. And so they activated me. I'm now sitting here, I hope, activating you to say, you know what, I don't have to do things the same way. I actually have a gift. I meaning you. You actually have a gift. There's something that you have experienced, that you have gone through, that you have healed, because we've got the Mastery card here. And maybe you've done it on your own. Frustration, divine timing, it was all part of the plan. You were meant to experience it so that you could master it, gain the confidence from it, become a stoic warrior for the cause, so that you could then, whatever it is, maybe you become a tarot reader, maybe you open a YouTube channel, maybe you open a guidance service, maybe you start a community of people and become in some sort of leadership role so that you can offer your experience and healing to other people who are still stuck in this, I don't want to, it's too frightening, I'm just going to get hurt again. That's what this reading is about. This reading is about you trusting the messages that you are getting. There is something that you are meant to be doing where you will become the catalyst or the support for somebody else's healing that has gone through something similar to you. So like a follow the leader energy. You being confident then gives somebody else the confidence to keep going through that frustration, to keep going. You know what? They've achieved something. You're meant to wake other people up. Okay, let's get some cards. Let's have a look at the energy around you. The Page of Wands. That's the card of the Explorer. That's the Sun in Gemini. There's a wisdom that you have that's meant to enlighten other people. The Sun in Gemini. The Sun is enlightenment. And Gemini used to be called, well, the Lover's card is the Major Arcana. Used to be called the Choice card. Do I, don't I, do I, don't I, do I, don't I. The energy around you is saying, be confident, do it. And then in turn, you will help somebody else in that do I, don't I, do I, don't I. You, let's have a look at you. This is the energy around you, swirling around you in these messages, repeating messages that you're getting. Do I, don't I, do I, don't I. The Nine of Pentacles, freedom, look at that, freedom. And then we have the Seven of Wands. I'm going to swear, that's a fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. Stop, I'm doing it anyway. I know to somebody on the exterior, oh no, you shouldn't do that. Oh no, you shouldn't change religions. Oh no, you shouldn't start a community. Oh no, you shouldn't write a book. Oh no, you shouldn't do this. Da 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 da. This is freedom. That's actually Mother Mary energy. And when you think about Mother Mary, you know, Angel Gabriel came to her and said, oh, you're going to have a baby. She's like, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it. Even if everybody around me is saying, Mary, you had a baby out of wedlock and you expect this Joseph guy to marry you, you're nuts, you're crazy. She followed the spiritual guidance that she was getting that said, this is part of the path that you are meant to walk on. Even Pisces, currently the North Node is in Pisces. Pisces is the symbol of the fish. This is about a salmon swimming upstream, going the alternate direction, even if it's frightening. Okay, soul. What's happening in your soul? What's happening in your soul? Oh. Okay, the World. But did you see it? It went, the World. It's the end of this cycle. But the cycle only ends when you make the decision. And we've got the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius. The World card is Saturn. Saturn is, you've learned all the lessons that you are meant to have learned in this cycle. Now you are meant to put them to the test. The Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius. Aquarius is the rebel. I'm going to do something on my own. I'm going to pop the swords down. I'm not going to stay in this anymore, stay in this fear anymore. The South Node, Virgo, the 6th house, Virgo is currently in the South Node at the moment. It's what you need to release. I'm not going to stay in that anymore. I am going to be, because the card that comes after the Five of Swords is the Six of Swords, which is a card of being divinely guided. It's a woman and a baby in a boat, a woman and a little child in a boat, with a man up behind the boat with a big pole, and he's kind of pushing them through the water, and he's taking them from the choppy water, which is the heartbreak that you've experienced, into the calm water, because there's something that you need to do in the calm water. I want to say there's people that are drowning in the calm water that you are meant to help save the world. You've mastered it. That's beautiful. That is really, really beautiful in the soul. And well done to you. Well done to you. And I often think too, if you've been bashed around, hopefully not literally, but if you've been bashed around through heartbreak and heartache, there was a purpose in it. because you are meant to heal it. You are meant to provide nurturing and comfort to somebody else. And everybody learns lessons in different ways. You know, you have a soul contract with the man upstairs that basically says, okay, when my soul incarnates into this lifetime, these are the sets of lessons that I want to learn. I want to learn them so that I can master them, so that I can become the spiritual warrior that I'm meant to be, so that then I can help other people. And it might just be one person. Now, I stopped for a second there, because my puppy, he's not a puppy, he's actually 4, but he's still a puppy, has just come and sat beside me. I was petrified of dogs. I'd been bitten by many dogs, working dogs. We lived on a farm throughout my life, and I was petrified of dogs to the point where we didn't have, as my kids were growing up, we didn't have a dog because I was just so frightened. Now, he's been with us 4 years, and I am one of these people who sees a dog in public now, or sees a dog hanging out of a car window. Oh my God, look at the dog, how cute. Like, I've turned into this crazy dog lady. But I had to step out of my fear. And he will often come and sit with me in a reading where his energy is prevalent. He used to sit when I was drawing my tarot cards. He used to sit at my feet. He would lay on my feet while I was drawing. This beautiful animal. You know, maybe you have a fear of animals. Something that you've gone through. What I just heard was something that was your destruction will actually be your salvation. That's really beautiful. You've mastered it. Whatever it is, you've mastered it. You've just got to take the chance now. 3 of Cups on the bottom. Mercury in Cancer, which is communicating. What's being communicated to you? Right, this position is a message from the man upstairs. Let's have a look. Empress. It's time to grow. It's time to birth something. Mother Mary. It's time for you to birth something. If you think about a woman who, so the Empress energy is Venus and Taurus. If you think about a woman who delivers a baby, to do that, she either has to have a cesarean section where her body is literally cut open and she can't drive and move around for like 6 weeks because she's, you know, got stitches and everything. Pain, some sort of pain that's gone through, but you get this beautiful baby. Or somebody who goes through childbirth, natural childbirth, obviously the pain of that, even the pain and hardship of carrying around a baby for 9 months. What you get at the end is deserving. The destruction and the salvation. That's so beautiful. The Empress. This is something that you're meant to birth. Nurture, grow. I just heard you're wise. You're very wise. Whatever this is, you've battled through it. And the outcome. Oh, that's too many, but we've got the Devil here. This is the fear, the hidden fear. Don't discount yourself. Honestly. The Queen of Cups, follow your intuition. The Queen of Wands, 2 Queens, and the 6 of Pentacles. You're balanced. That's mastery. You're balanced. It's your time to shine. The Queen of Cups is, she holds this beautiful big cup of love. She listens internally to the guidance that is being given, and then she takes action. So this, if you actually look at this, this almost is, well, it really is, because a balanced Empress, not gender specific, a balanced Empress is a combination of wisdom, which is the Queen of Cups, and action, which is the Queen of Wands. And that 6 of Pentacles is balanced, earthly balanced, because that is the Moon in Taurus, which is, Taurus is the Empress card. That's actually beautiful. The Moon in Taurus, the Moon in Leo, Neptune in Libra, going down to the depths in order to get the balance. You've done it. You've done it through the spiritual work that you've done. And actually, I'm going to pop this here. This is the outcome. This is you. The message from the man upstairs, the message from the divine, the message from God is that you are now the Empress. You have successfully balanced inner turmoil and turned it into love. ready to take action, and you're doing it in a balanced way. The world, the end of a cycle, and mastery. What's holding you back? That's what I want to ask you. What's holding you back? Because we've got the devil. What's under the devil? The Ten of Swords. The pain of whatever's happened, the moon. Am I going to go through that pain again? The moon is what's hidden. Am I going to go through that pain again? You know, I watched I don't know who the author was, but it sold over like 3 or 4 million books. Oh no, I think it was like 30 million books. I didn't even know who the author was. It was a man, an elderly man. And he had a book signing, and all these people lined up and they brought their books and obviously signed in. And this young guy was at the end of the queue, and he didn't have a book or anything. And he said to the author, I don't have a book for you to sign, but I came here today to tell you that I survived. And the author said to him, what do you mean you survived? He said, I read your book, and because of your book, I survived. That's this energy here. Don't be fearful about something that, you know, am I going to be successful? Am I going to be whatever? Because the reality is, if you help one person to survive an experience that you've gone through the wisdom that you impart in whatever sense it is that it's coming out, then one person is enough. Because you're that catalyst. That person then goes, you know what? I survived. Maybe I can do the same thing. And so then it's like this domino effect. I survived. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Don't let the fear take over. There's something you're meant to do. Okay, let's get some cards. Let's have a look at this Page of Wands. And ooh, see that? Flip out, flip back in. Five of Cups. Sorrow. What if it doesn't work? You've got niggling thoughts. The Wheel of Fortune. This is the energy around you. This is big change energy. You have changed, and you have the power to change others through your wisdom. The opportunity awaits. The Three of Wands, the Sun in Aries. It's time to take action. Stop sitting on the fence is what I just heard. Stop sitting on the fence. Yeah, you've had the Enlightenment. That is the Hermit, which is Virgo energy here. You've gone in, you've done the work. You are now the lantern for somebody else. You found your own light in the dark, and now you will be the light for somebody else. Hidden. The High Priestess. You have wisdom, hidden wisdom that you need to impart. Look at that. That's the truth. Words. Archangel Michael, Sword of Truth. There's words that you need to speak that will penetrate. The Ace of Swords is a new beginning, something that you're meant to start. And maybe you've started it. I know for me, like I had created all my decks and, you know, I just had to take that plunge. I probably had them for 6 months before I actually opened up my YouTube channel. And I did maybe 10, 15 readings, and then I scrapped them. I would record it and then I'd just delete it. I didn't like the sound of my voice, and I didn't like the lighting, and I made up every excuse for it not to be, until the point I just said, you know what? I've got to jump out of this plane. I've got to jump off this bridge. I've got to free fall, because everything in my life is aligning and guiding me to do this. The Soul. You've got a truth that you need to speak that will help others. Yeah, Chariot, moving forward. That is balanced. You are balanced. The Emperor drives the Chariot. Again, not gender specific. And the Emperor is a balance between wisdom and action. It's time. Judgment. It's time. Stop judging yourself, because you've got work to do. You've got a divine calling. You've got work to do. There's something you are meant to be doing. I just heard with children, something you are meant to be doing. Judgment is Pluto energy. Look at that. The Tower and the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is the Virgo energy. It's about making plans. Yeah, look at that. The Eight of Swords on the bottom. Making plans. Your plans shouldn't be, how can I keep myself safe and secure, wrapped up in this little cocoon that I'm in, where I'm not going to, I mean, what's the point of getting the wisdom that you've got if you're not then going to share it? The divine is saying here, the message from the man upstairs here is that you had the towel pulled down in your life. You felt that pain. So that the plans that you can make are not, this is about making plans. It's a decision. Do I act this way? Do I act this way? You know, do I step forward out of my comfort zone, or do I stay in my comfort zone? Trapped. Eight of Swords, trapped. Do I stay in my comfort zone, or is there something, and the divine says there is there something of value that I can offer to somebody else who's basically back at the start of this journey? You're at the end of it. The World card is the end of the Fool's journey. There's somebody back at the start, or somebody in the thick of it, that can use your guidance and support. The outcome. We already know the outcome. It's balance. You are balanced. The Seven of Pentacles. Time to plant new seeds. And the Emperor. And be the Emperor. Now we have the Emperor and the Empress. You have balanced your divine feminine and divine masculine energy. And this devil that is around, what's on the bottom of the deck, this devil that is around, the Seven of Swords is illusion. This fear that is around, I can't do it, I don't know how to do it, I'm too scared, is just an illusion. It's just an illusion. I just want to have a look at this card. Moral guardian for those born the 27th of April, the 8th of July, the 18th of September, the 29th of November, and the 9th of February. And physical guardian for those born the 26th to the 30th of September. Okay, I'm going to get you a guidance card. What do you need to know? What advice? So nothing wanted to come out, and I just had this urge to turn it over. Death. I'm discovering that endings are simply the dawn of new beginnings. This fear has to end. This feeling like you can't. This fear, I want to say. I'm going to get a Mother Mary card. And then I'll get you some Scrabble tiles, and then I think I'll leave you in your thoughts. There we go. The Feast of the Visitation, May 31st. That might be a date. That might be a date that is relevant to you. May 31st. May is also Taurus, which is Empress energy. But that's the visitation of Gabriel. Now, Gabriel was a messenger, Archangel Michael. Gabriel was a messenger who came to Mary and said, I've got something that I need you to do. You've got a role, you've got a job, a divine job, a soul contract. And Mary's like, yeah, I don't know. But she took that step and did it anyway. Yeah, look, and the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, December 8th. Again, it might be a date, but that was, so this is Gabriel coming and saying, I've got a job for you. And then the Feast of the Immaculate Conception is something that you birth, the Empress energy. I'm discovering that endings are simply the dawn of new beginnings. A new beginning is a birth. Really beautiful reading. Really, really beautiful. And I hope that the messages in here give you the confidence just to say, fuck it, I'm going to do it. I'm so scared, but I'm just going to do it. I'm sorry that I swore. Okay, letters and numbers in here. Could be your first, middle, last initial. Could be in and around something that pertains to whatever this heartbreak is, but whatever these tests, trials, tribulations have been in your life that are now the foundation for helping to heal somebody else. I'm sorry, I normally say that I'm about to shake it, but I didn't. Look at that. F you. That's fuck it energy. Fuck it. I'm just going to do it. B and a 3. That is bullshit. You can't do that. That's bullshit. Or you saying, actually, bullshit, I can do that. A T and a 1. So a B and a 3, an L and a 1, a T and a 1. Too many questions. Don't ask too many questions. Don't get bogged down in the details. Just do. An N and a 1, a Q and a 10, sorry. An R and a 1. An X, that's the end. An X and an 8. An O and a 1. Somebody telling you no. But you giving yourself the okay. Okay, 3 final cards, and then I'm going to leave you be. Anything else? Yeah, get out of your head. 9 of Swords, get out of your head. It's time to step up into Emperor energy. This is balanced Emperor energy. This is you. So many times. Mastery, the world, the Empress, the Emperor, again, the Chariot, Judgment. So many cards saying that you have mastered. You don't have to be perfect. Nothing has to be perfect. I mean, I sit here sometimes and I go, oh my God, I wish I had drawn that differently. But the reality is, who gives a crap? Like, who gives a crap? Whether the wiggly line here is a little bit to the left or the right. It's about the message that you're giving. It doesn't have to be wrapped up in this beautiful package. It's about the message. The choice that you have. Do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? Yeah. And be confident. This is beautiful. The Strength card. You've got this. You've got this. Really, really beautiful reading. Oh, and again, we're splitting on the Emperor. You've got this. You are the Emperor. Why is that? Excuse my puppy barking. I've got 2 Emperors. That's not meant to be. There's not meant to be 2. So one's actually gone into the wrong deck. But we now have 3 Emperors on the table. The Emperor, a balanced Emperor, is a combination of wisdom and action. And you have 3 of them. That's 3 messages. You've been told 3 times. 3, 4. Why have I got the 4th finger up? 3 times in this reading. You can do it. Go for it is what I want to say. Okay, if this reading resonated with you, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I do post regularly. If you are called to any of my tarot or oracle decks, the links can be found in the description box. Any of the songs that I mentioned will also be popped in the description box as well. All the best on this journey. I'd love to know what you're planning, or if you've started doing something. I wish you all the best, and I will see you in another reading.